Hey guys, King of Charmanders here, and today I bring you a video on 150 plus NAMIELLE slain. Grade 10 water meta super bow is done. And the crazy grind, as this video is a throwback to the NAMIELLE event. And this event is the last Elder Dragon ticketed event before Season 7, and this was the first event where you could triple your drops, and it came in clutch for those rarity 6s. But first, let's get started with the build I used. So the build I used for this event was my NAMIELLE bow build. Mine is maxed out, grade 10.5, and of course, when something's weak to poison, what else are we going to use? A super bow. Well, at least I'm going to use it. Now, here's the thing. What people don't really talk about, because I see a lot of builds coming for this, and they're like just stacking damage. No one has ever mentioned the Kushala of Embraces, and I'm like, why? Because they come in clutch. This came in so clutch for dodging NAMIELLE's attacks. And honestly, no one really talks about movement and repositioning with the bow. Everyone's just like damage, 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 and then they'll get rid of focus 5 to focus 4. You never want to do that because, again, staying in maximum range, repositioning is so important. Not only that, with a poison bow, why are you going to make it slower for you to inflict poison on the monster, where in order for you to inflict poison exploit, you need to inflict poison first? So, like, I have no idea. I just see a bunch of, like, random builds going out there. And yeah, I found that having one NAMIELLE bow in the party actually can quickly wipe out and carry the group. I did it so many times, I was like, wow, you have one poison weapon user in here? Especially a Kami bow, and you're just shredding poor NAMIELLE. But that doesn't mean it's easy. And for some reason, I just noticed this, but like, even though the trigger rate's only 66% when you have 3 pieces of NAMIELLE armor, I noticed that no matter what I fire at, whether it be behind, in front, or the back, I'm still inflicting poison. So I haven't found one time where, like, without these 3 pieces, I've missed building up poison. So no one's talked about that either. Don't know why, but that's really useful, especially for bow users that are using this amazing bow. The build is NAMIELLE's helmet, NAMIELLE's mail grade 8, Kushala Deora of Embraces at grade 8. NAMIELLE's coil at grade 8, as well as the Gyrototus Greaves at grade 8. And, of course, a maxed out NAMIELLE bow. And now we got the strategy. So the thing about the NAMIELLE raids, it's you have to cruise around. Well, I cruise around and try to find as many clusters as possible. So I'm using wide map. I look around, I find clusters. You drive, you park, and then you blast. And all NAMIELLE were 8 stars, so I didn't have to waste time figuring out if it was an 8 or a 6. Generally, you want to go after 6s if you want tails, but we didn't really have a choice because all you saw were 8 stars. And the thing about it is, when you are in a NAMIELLE hunt, NAMIELLE, those whiskerers, you want to blast the head as much as possible. Sometimes I would be the one clutching to break the head. It's also really hard because this thing moves around a lot. More on that later. But you have to really, if you're a ranged user, to angle yourself out so that you can consistently fire at its dome. The good thing is when it got to phase 2, it stood for quite a bit. So you could just consistently aim at its head like you see right here. I hate how the camera angle changes. But after you fire off your special skill right here, its head is generally in one place. It's either going to raise up or go down, and it's actually got, like, after, like, 2 or 3 hunts, I got used to this. But you could just fire off and not even power shot, and then bam, you could just constantly fire at the head. But doing this method, I found that because this thing moved around so much, it really sucked for the melee users unless y'all were really just smacking the crap out of its dome. And as you see here, I'm able to break the head. So it was definitely it was not easy at all. And another strategy. I was going to double and triple all rarity 5s and 6s unless I got close to getting all the rarity 6s I needed on day 1. I only double up the one I have right here because the reason being, you're going to see the drops. And the reason I only doubled up is because I actually got pretty dang close. I was like, alright, if this was my rates for day 1, I'm pretty sure in day 2 I'll clutch it up. As you see, I got a double rarity 6 drop, and this is why you break the head, folk. Like, this is why you break the head. This is why you break the rarity 6 parts, because that one little chance is always worth it, especially when it comes to Elder Dragon grinds. I only doubled this one. You're going to see another one right here. Breaking the head, usually... yeah, it's really annoying. So everyone was like, I had a guy, I was like, oh, gun lance is more skilled than a bow. It's the same thing. You tap, charge, and shoot. No, you actually, with the bow, you have to aim. You have to aim and you could survey the battlefield and you could do cool stuff like this. Whereas in gun lance, you have to be in close range. With here, I can use Dragon Piercer and smack through the smoke. As you see, I am a very skilled bow user and a bow main. But that's just because I have literally almost every super bow. Actually, I have every super bow with the exception of Gold Rothian Super Bow because I don't need a Dragon Spread Super Bow if I already have Near Gigante Super Bow. So yeah. But yeah, as you see, break the Rarity 6, guys. It's totally worth it. And this brings us to the results. So I played about 12 hours plus during the ticket event. I didn't have a lot of time to grind the entire event because I was busy Saturday. So I actually didn't grind the entire time Saturday. I think literally I spent, what was it, like 7 hours on Saturday or 7 hours on Sunday and like 5 hours plus-ish on Saturday or something like that. But as you see right here, I got a whole lot of materials. Here's my challenge to all the other content creators out there, at least the English ones. Like, if y'all think you're hella good at the game, why isn't everyone doing this? Like, this is the penultimate of, like, content, where you are going after the hardest monsters and the hardest and strongest weapons in the game. But why am I the only one doing this? Well, that's not really, because if you see this, people are doing this a lot in Pokemon Go because of raids. But for Monster Hunter, I seem to be the only, I'm literally the only top English creator that does this. Where I slayed 155 NAMIELLE, and all were 8 stars. So that's what made it even more painful. I kind of wish the 6s were in existence so I could just grab those tails. And I had 30 plus Rarity 6 drops. I stopped tripling at one point and I started to focus more on Rarity 5 tails because everyone that does this grind, all y'all champions out there that go after the weekend max Elder Dragon grind, y'all know those Rarity 5s are really annoying. And those are the true endgame because if you fight enough NAMIELLE, you know you're gonna get those Rarity 6s basically, and if you double up. But what was even more awesome is I managed to get enough materials to grade 10.2 or further all armor. As you see right here, I'm upgrading everything literally to show you in existence that I'm doing it. But yeah, this grind was totally worth it, except for the fact that I used a lot of healing items. No, seriously, this was such a painful grind. Camellia's was cake, and then they followed up with something that's not, well, unless you really wanted a water weapon, because we already have Mizutsune, Gyrototis, and even style changes for Gyrototis, etc. But yeah, I just wanted my water super bow, and I think I used 30 potions or something. I used a lot of healing items. I made a lot of mistakes. NAMIELLE's splash pattern was super random. I didn't notice it on the floor too because if the screen brightness is too much, it's like blends in, so I was like really annoyed. But yeah. As for event feedback, I'm hoping for future events. They didn't do this with Fulgur Anjanath, but I really wish they made tripling drops permanent for future ticketed events. Not just Elder Dragons, just regular ones. You make more money off of us. You save us time. I like saving time. That's why I spend money on the game, because I will save time. If I, you know, the only thing you can't buy back is time. If I can save time, I'm totally going to use money to pay for that off. And get us more perks for the ticket for those going after NAMIELLE. After going after this many, we deserve more. And slaying Elder Dragon rewards. Slay 50 NAMIELLE or something. You're already doing that for the Season 8 story or something like that, to where is a slaying goal for the season, for Season 8. There should be a slaying goal for, like, rare NAMIELLE during ticket events, and then you get some big reward for it or something like that. That'd be worth it. Hopefully you all had a great NAMIELLE ticketed event. And let's hope for more improvements for the next Elder Dragon coming in November 2025. On the roadmap, they said it's 2025 November. We will get the brand new Elder Dragon. Hopefully it's something worth going after. And the ticket event is much better than this one, because I'm going to go after it anyways. I'm 10-5ing that weapon, just like I did this one. And let's just hope it's really, really good. Or maybe I'll, you know, maybe if it's not a super bow, maybe something else. We'll see. But I'm really genuinely excited. With that being said, please do me a huge favor. Please like, subscribe, and comment for the YouTube algorithm. As usual, these grinds are insanely difficult. For those of you that don't have the means to do them, you don't have to. For those of you that do and you're insane and you want to 10-5 or get as close to 10-5 as much as possible, I know y'all worked hard for this and I applaud y'all. Here's the thing. If y'all put in the work, that's respected. If you don't put in work, that's fine. But don't pretend that you are on that level, or don't degrade people that are on that level. As a mental health therapist, I would rather have you killing a bunch of imaginary dragons on your phone than going out there and doing a whole lot of different things with your money that could be factually much more harmful to your physical and mental health. That's just my spiel out there as a mental health professional. So, for all of y'all that are doing this, or just having a blast with your friends, I hope you are doing wonderful. Good luck on your grinds, good luck on your Rarity 6 drops, and I will see y'all on the next video.